All right, let's go ahead and spend some time talking about streaming quarterback options.
Full stream ahead.
All righty, Jason had Derek Carr last week, and it was mighty fine indeed. I'll be honest, when you guys got to our show, Doc, before I did. Both of your guys, I thought I might just say, forget it, I'm just jumping on with one of them because I'm not super confident in mine. So I'm going to have that disclaimer out there. But you guys, I like both of your options a ton. So let's go ahead and start with Mike.
Oh, I thought you were going through last week's. But so this week, I'm setting my phasers to kill. I've upgraded from stun, going with Captain Kirk Cousins at home against the New Orleans Saints.
And that defense?
I know. It's pretty rough. They've given up 10 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
And 300 yards the last 5 weeks. And that's I fudged Matt Ryan from 295 to 300.
Pretty much, yeah.
So 300 the last 5 weeks. And Kirk Cousins has actually been okay. If you look at his stat line from last week, it looks pretty bad. But that's not including 7 drops.
Ouch.
7. We got to get it together in Washington with the pass catching. So I like Kirk Cousins a lot this week. I will probably be streaming him in a couple of my leagues.
I don't see why not. One other thing about Washington that lends itself to this game is New Orleans' offense has been playing well, so it should be a higher scoring game.
Yes.
And they cannot, maybe against New Orleans, but they can't run the ball at all. Washington cannot run the ball. Matt Jones fumbled away his opportunities last week, and he has been, his 2-touchdown game at the beginning of the year is the biggest outlier that we've seen this season because people jumped on board. Oh, my good. No. And then Alfred Morris is I don't know.
Remember when Alfred Morris was a hot fantasy commodity?
He is like a car
that stinks
with
man.
3 flat tires.
I really hope
he just does nothing.
I hope that Morris goes somewhere and gets a chance next year.
I don't think it's going to happen. I remember preseason saying that Alfred Morris looked slow to me and looked different. I felt really stupid week 1 when he came out and did great, but then the rest of the season he's kind
a goal. He might be a goal line back.
Yeah, I agree. So the guy that I'm going with, we've talked about a little bit at the beginning of the show in the Allen twins of Allen Robinson and Allen Hearns, but it is Mr. BB, Blake Bortles. So Blake Bortles just went to the New York Jets. He was in New York on their top-rated pass defense and threw for...
Not anymore.
Yeah, not really.
Well, sure.
It was.
It was. Now they're not because he threw for 381 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he's been doing that all season long. He's... I think he's got to be averaging near 302 a game. And this week, he's going to Baltimore, who is the 31st defense against the quarterback from a fantasy perspective. They have been giving up well more than 300 and probably averaging about 3 touchdowns a game. So I think this is a great stream. He's available in the majority of leagues. Pick him up.
That's the thing. When I saw Blake Bortles was your stream of the week, all I thought was, cheater. How in the world is Blake Bortles available in 49% of leagues or whatever it is still?
Yeah.
And it's because his name's Blake Bortles.
And he's not winning games. If I'm a Jaguars fan, I guess I'm happy.
I'd be very excited.
I'm happy with his improvement this year, but he's not the best NFL quarterback.
Who is owned more? I'm checking this right now. Blake Bortles or Matt Stafford?
Stafford is way more, I believe.
No.
So in ESPN, Stafford as of right now is owned in 59.4, and that's including a bye. People were holding Matt Stafford over the bye. Hold on, I gotta change my settings here.
He's probably 51 or something.
And Bortles is 55%.
That is
what is going on.
This is why people who listen to our show win their leagues.
Exactly,
100%. Because you hear 5 weeks ago which guy to own from those, and people still don't know.
Let's take it up a notch with Peyton Manning.
Oh,
Peyton Manning is owned in 94% of leagues.
He is ruining people's fantasy franchises.
Hey, the last place team in our league is the Peyton Manning owner.
There you go.
because
How do you not start him, right? He's Peyton Manning.
he's Peyton Manning.
This is, I think, the 7th week in a row we have said this. Package Peyton Manning with another player on your team and trade him away.
And you'll be able to because 95% of the world still wants him.
Exactly.
All right, my stream of the week, I'm going to go with the same guy I went with last week, which is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Because Fitzpatrick's, he's got the Thursday night game. Yes, he's got the hand injury. But here's the three pieces. 1, Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, they're good.
Number 2, they cannot run the ball right now. 3 weeks in a row, they can't really run the ball. They can run it on the goal line, but even with the 2 Ivory touchdowns on the goal line last week, Fitzpatrick put up 25 fantasy points in our 6-point league, and that's over 17 in a regular league. And Buffalo's middle of the pack when it comes to defending the pass, and it's in New York. So I'm going to just go with him. If you want a fourth guy at the bottom of the barrel that's sitting out there, Sam Bradford's got an okay matchup.
Sammy Biscuits.
Did you see what Rex Ryan did for this coming week?
Oh, no. I've been waiting for it, though, so tell me.
He made a new temporary 1-week captain on the team. He promoted one of the players to captain. Any guesses?
Hold on. Who did he promote to the captain?
It's not Percy Harvin.
It might or might not have been the man who broke Geno Smith's jaw.
No, he
that
did
they
not.
signed.
Rex Ryan.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, come on. It's so ridiculous. I like Rex Ryan just from an entertainment standpoint. I mean,
He made him an honorary captain.
He's an
for the
honorary
week?
captain this week. I mean, ridiculous.
What's funny about
Going
this
back to New York
that's
on Thursday night.
that's classic Rex Ryan.
Because
That hurts the Bills' chances of winning.
exactly. If Geno was in, you would have a better chance of beating the Jets. So foolish.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Rex Ryan.
Yeah, well.
Never leave the NFL, Rex. Never. Go from team to team, please.
And then we got to get him in the booth.
yes.
Yeah.
We got to get Rex
Yeah.
Ryan in the booth.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a perfect way to end today's show with Rex and his ridiculousness. So looking forward to that game, though. It'll be interesting with Rex and his team. When he needs his team to play well, they kind of play well for him. I mean, that's been the history for Rex Ryan. Whether you go back to how they played at the very end of the year last year when he was the lame duck going out and he had a big game and they played great for him, or, now a rivalry game going back to New York City.
New York City.
So,
And how is it's only been a half a season. That's fine. I'll admit that. Small sample size. How is Rex Ryan this quarterback evaluator who's like, we should pick up Tyrod Taylor? And how do the rest of the league not understand that Tyrod Taylor can throw the ball?
well, the rest of the league hasn't had to stare at Matt Castle and name escaping me, E.J. Manuel for as long as Rex did. So his eyes had been turned outward before everybody else.
I just think that's madness.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you for listening to today's show. We will be back tomorrow answering listener questions. We got some more fun stuff in store. So, as always, we'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you very much for listening. Check out jointhefoot.com.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thefantasyfootballers.com and follow us on Twitter at the FF Ballers.
Oh man, there were so many guys.